Say, right, so first and foremost, I'm going to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rakakodash. We say the blood of person, elders, agreements, and rule, teachers of person truth, and we see salutations for the arguments, the push within our truth and sincerity, day in and day out, and constantly in season. On the season, we say Shalom. And once again, going into our video here, and it's basically touching upon this, this actor, Anthony Mackie, right, which you might, this actor, from the Marvel universe. Right, he acting plenty well-known shows all around the world. He came out to say certain things about how it is he grew up how he grew up his children, right, and many other things that he came out to say. With some of the things that he said, obviously, Jake and obviously Esau would say certain things against it, right? He mentioned how it is how he grew up his boy children to be masculine, and majority of the comments, right, when you read some of the comments, they took offense from that. Let's go to the comments. Before I play the video, let's go to the comments. You would see, right? And this was some mark, and this is why young black boys grow up with so much pressure to uphold those antiquated views of what masculinity looks like, and end up lonely and depressed. This next person said, "Damn, Captain America did so poorly at the box office. He's already shifting to the right-wing grift." This next one said a whole bunch of nothing. Confusing respect with fear is the reason this weird cycle continues. This next person, my nigga, said masculinity and described basic manners. Maybe we are cooked. This woman boy, I'm not sure what he means by the death of the American male and killing masculinity. Children should be raised to be respectful and responsible, regardless of gender. Empathy and critical thinking should always be fostered by parents. You see, because now they want to make what it is he said to sound evil. Now let's go into the video. With what he did say.
Humble. I keep my boys humble. Like, my boys have never had a pair of Jordans. My boys don't do all that internet fly shit. I'm like your kids, and no, I don't give a. I could be the biggest star in the world. Do not let me catch you being stupid. Do not. And my oldest gets it. My 15-year-old, he tells the other ones, he's like, yo, don't make dad mad. Because once you get one that's right, he gonna straighten the other ones out. So it's just that thing of, in the past 20 years, we've been living through the death of the American male. They have literally killed masculinity in our homes and our communities, for one reason or another. But I raised my boys to be young men. And however you feel about that, you feel about that. Right. But my boys will always be respectful. They will always say, yes, sir, yes, ma'am. No, sir, no, ma'am. They will always say thank you. They will always open the door for a lady. They will always make sure that their mother is taken care and provided for. They will always be men. And that's always since they were 2 years old. Every time I left for a job, I tell my 15-year-old, you're the man of the house. You make sure these doors are locked every night, this alarm is on, you text me or you call me every night before you go to bed and you wake up. I love that. Because we're men. If I'm not there to protect, he got to be there to protect. Because you can have all the money in the world, climb through the window, that money means nothing. Right. You can have all the celebrity in the world, jump through the door, that celebrity means nothing. Yeah. So you got to have a little guard in there. And so for me, it's always that idea of American masculinity is very different.
Alright, so as you can see, he talk about the masculinity, he talk about growing up as a child. And when they mention these things, especially on the internet, people will take offense from it because they don't like to see Israelite man growing up as a child in a proper way. They rather come out to tell you, well, as a child, let the child be a child and let the child continue to do whatever the child pleases to do. That's not what you see about a child. Let's go to the book of Sirach, which is the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 7, verse 23. It says, "Hast thou children, instruct them. Hast thou children, instruct them, and bow down their neck from their youth." Right? It said to instruct them, right? So let's go to the meaning of the word instruct. Right? Instruct. Right? The word instruct, it says to tell or order someone. to tell or order someone to do something, especially in a formal or official way. It's a teach someone or a subject or skill. So it's a tell or order. So that is a child. So you order any child you order any child to do the right thing, to be the right way, to move the right way, to act the right way. Because plenty of these children outside here are basically what you would say is little demons. You know, all they want to hear, what the songs they listen to, the way they behave, they could see that they are not well mannered or not well instructed. So when a man come out to say he's teaching his children to be proper, he come out to teach his children to be masculine, that sounds like something negative to these wicked people outside here, right? To these wicked Israelites and to our enemies, there is something, wicked when a man says he wants his children to go masculine. And the thing about it is this: the reason why the comments is like this is because everyone knows what it is he's trying to say. They know fully well that masculinity is being destroyed. They don't want a man to be a man. They don't want young boys to be young men, right? It's because they want them to wear on dresses. They want them to paint the nails and to express themselves. Yes, there's that to the death to masculinity, because majority of these young males outside there, they are basically they have a feminine spirit in them, right? So as the scripture says, has thou children, instruct them and bow down the neck from their youth. Yeah, and bow down the neck from the youth. And Sunday scripture talk about not sparing the rod and so forth, right? Literally, if you look up the stats of how children are grown today, you could see how disobedient these children are, right? Very disobedient. The schools, like literally in the schools, the teachers don't even want to teach them because they are not well mannered. They are not well taught, right? So when they come to these schools and they come from home, they have a word they call them the YNs, right? So a man talking about him growing up his children in the right way, right? And really and truly the right way is making them grow up in the way of the Lord, right? But just the way that he mentioned it, talking about being well mannered, talking about his boys being masculine, right? And you see, that's like going against the grain, right? That's going against the grain. So now he become an enemy unto these people and unto his own people as well, right? Just like this woman here. This is imagine this woman being the mother of a child. She talking about I'm not sure what he means by the death of the American male and killing. Yes, you damn well know what it means, because this woman here, she's chronically online. Like if you go to any news, anything, you would see this same woman posting comments there. You know what it is, the death of the American male is, or the killing of masculinity is. You know well. You have boys painting the nails, doing a whole sort of thing, and the woman ruling over them and so forth. Yes, right. So when they come to when a man is saying he's growing up his children to be masculine, that guy become an enemy to it, because he's going against the grain, right? It say has thou daughters, question mark, have a care of their body, and show not thyself cheerful toward them, right? And again, have care of their body. These women outside here are little daughters growing up like hoes, like hoes, right? How the little daughters dressing up, in short pants and all this short top and all this sort of shit, and posting it online. There are the young men, posing up, looking like it's little boys, like a little child, but they dressing the child like he's a big man, have him listening, have him talking a particular way, right? Right, as the scripture says, menstruous woman shall bring forth monstrous children, or something along those. That's roughly paraphrasing, right? And that is where these children are right now, monsters. Right. This next comment says, someone when pouring your son and teaching him responsibilities is a bad thing on this app. Some crazy times, yes, right? Because I go to my next scripture here now, right? I visit the book of Sirach, chapter 30. Right? Chapter 13, and read from verse 1. They say, he that loveth his son causeth him oft to feel a rod, that he may have joy of him in the end. And that is the thing, you want to have joy of his son in the end. But majority of these parents outside here, the children bring them pain. Because the child grew up to be what? The daughters want to be OnlyFans model. They want to be hoes, right? And the sons want to grow up to be, some of them growing up to be effeminate, right? Some of them growing up to be, on the other side, going on the wrong road. Some of them growing up to be criminals and so on. So at the end, they didn't bring joy to that parent. They bring sadness, right? So he say, he that loveth his son causeth him oft to feel the rod, that he may have joy of him in the end. So him oft to feel the rod. He going off, you have to correct him, right? Tell him that he's wrong, right? It say, he that chastiseth his son shall have joy in him, and shall rejoice of him among his acquaintance. Yeah. Verse 3 say, he that teacheth his son grieveth the enemy. And that is what was coming to, that is something when I was watching the video, this was the precept running through my mind. It say, he that teacheth his son grieveth the enemy. And that is what going on here. You see, the enemy grieveth, right? Let me get this word here. So when you look at the word grieveth, it says it say third person singular simple present indicative form of a verb grieve. It say meaning, so grieveth meaning to cause someone to feel great sadness or sorrow, and that is what you're making your enemy feel when you're teaching a child, when you're growing a child in a proper way. You're causing them to grieve, you're causing them to feel great sadness and sorrow, because then that is your enemy. Why would he want you to see your child grow up in a proper way? And this is and these comments, right, and these things are a perfect example that the enemy, which is we would say Esau, right, are now enemy of our own people, right? That's what someone said. Somehow empowering your son and teaching him responsibilities is a bad thing on this app. Crazy times, yeah. So this person Mark, it's not that the fact that he is tearing down a group of marginalized people in order to empower his son. What marginalized groups? So you see, they start to deflect, queer people, the abominations, the abominations, right? And see, this is the reason why the Lord say deprive the woman of wisdom. Because this woman say, being homophobic and expecting your kid to parent your other kids on your behalf is weak ass. No, that is making a child know the responsibilities, right? Someone cut share, right? Someone cut share, never have children. They'll be the weakest, most easily manipulated people ever, just like you, yeah. And that's the thing. Let's see. So this next woman mark here, the death of American masculinity. I needed him to expand on that, because what do you mean? The acceptance of a group doesn't mean the obliteration of another. Yes, because we are seeing a man can't be a man these days, right? So let's go back to the scripture. It say, he that teaches his son grieveth the enemy, and before his friends he shall rejoice of him. Yeah, because why? Your child grew up in the proper way. So when Anthony Mackie get older, gray hair hit him. Well, yeah, gray now, but when I say he get much little older, he sit down amongst his bedrooms and so forth. The way how he grew up his children, it will make you will rejoice in that, because he know he left something good. He know that when he leave this place, his children are in a proper way. That is why even in this truth, you have to grow up in a child in the right way. Because they go out in the world here. When they're in the world, this is the kind of things they will find, a whole set of idiots. You understand? So this person make up a point here. They said the system destroys American masculinity, woke ideology, judicial and prison system, social media, and more. Single mothers can't instill the same level of masculinity as a father, which is right. Which is right. And she get offended. Single mother shouldn't be stopping a man from being a father. That's on him. Which is, which is true because it have those men that literally get a woman pregnant and they just leave the child, which they have judgment to receive for that. But there are also the other aspect of it where the mother does not want the father to see the child. They use the child as like a form of a weapon, then, or a bargaining tool, right? This person marked there has been a deliberate effort to stigmatize masculinity. Men approach women less and isolate themselves. Younger men don't receive as many opportunities when it comes to financial stability. A culture that seeks to humble men than lift them up, which is the next in truth. But again, she wouldn't get it because why? The word masculinity to them. They love to say things like toxic masculinity and all this sort of bullshit. Right? And majority of these women are feminists. Right? So trying to make young men have basic empathy for others and general deference toward women who they themselves deem as physically inferior. I don't see another meme talking about that dumb as Smokey does. And this is where you'll get. I would say they're idiots, but as the scriptures say, he that teaches his son grieveth the enemy, and before his friends he shall rejoice of him. Yeah, so our enemies will grieve. They will feel that sadness and sorrow. Right? Right? It say in verse 4, it said, though his father die, yet he is as though he were not dead, for he had left one behind him that is like himself. And that's the thing. And if Anthony Mackie had to go anytime, he have his children in the proper way. Well, in a way that he seemed right unto him. Right? So the world can come and confuse the mind. So as I say, yet he is as though he would not, though his father died, yet he is as though he were not dead. So even if his father died, that child would look like the father still alive. Right? It would look like the father still alive. It say, for he had not left one behind him that is like himself, like that is like himself. Yeah, can he leave one behind just like himself? The propositions and so forth. Let's say the quotes are literary. Let's go remember the comments. Let's say the quotes are literary proving his point. That for my ass off, they want to hush and silence any man that isn't a puppet, which is why he said masculinity is under attack. Which, because again, this go back to what I was saying earlier. All these people here who commenting, who's going against what it is he's saying, they know exactly what it is he mean. They know exactly what it is he trying to say, right? They know exactly what it is he mean, but they're just playing dumb, right? But they know exactly what it is he trying to mean. In order to attack someone and they say something against what it is he's saying, you have to understand what it is he's saying. So they damn well understand what it is he mean. They say, right? It say, verse 5, it say, while he lived, he saw and rejoiced in him, and when he died, he was not sorrowful. Right? Yeah, because when he lived, he saw his child in a proper way. He didn't see them like these other children outside here doing what? Sniffing Galaxy gas, or fighting for Jordans, or all this other bullshit that means nothing. Right? Right? It say he left behind him an avenger against his enemies. That's the thing. He left an avenger against his enemies and one that shall requite kindness to his friends. Yo. It say he that maketh too much of his son shall bind up his wounds, and his bowels will be troubled at every cry. Right? Let me go down a little bit. Sorry, I'm going to jump to verse 9. I'm going to continue. Say verse 8. It say, and horse not broken becometh headstrong, and a child left to himself will be willful. It say, cocker thy child, and he shall make thee afraid. Play with him, and he will bring thee heaviness. And that is what going on majority of the children. We have seen videos, countless of videos, every single day on these social media apps where a child has disobedient or want to fight the parents or going against the parents. Because why? The mother, the father, usually these mothers, they cocker-ing the child, they're playing with the child, and then the child bring heaviness onto them. They say, laugh not with him, lest thou have sorrow with him, and lest thou gnash thy teeth in the end. Give him no liberty in his youth, and wake not at his follies. Yeah, because correction is, as a child do something wrong, you have to correct him. But again, in this society, they don't want you to do that, right? The way to let the child be a child is a child, you know, and that is the worst thing that somebody can tell you, right? It say, give him no liberty in his youth, and wake not at his follies. It say, bow down his neck while he is young, and beat him on the sides while he is a child, lest he wax stubborn and be disobedient unto thee, and so bring sorrow to thine heart. Chastise thy son, and hold him to labor, lest his lewd behavior be an offense unto thee. Better is a poor being sound and strong of constitution. Alright, so I wouldn't read that part, but it says, chastise thy son, and hold him to labor, lest his lewd behavior be an offense unto thee. So yeah, so you correct a child, teach a child the right way, right? And don't let the see majority of these parents now, they let in social media grow up the children. They let in social media tell them how to grow the child, and when they watch, majority of the children outside here straight out. When they hear them talk, you see them, they are no proper training. You know, it's little demons you see running around, being disobedient, cursing, all this other stuff that they want to be out. These children do not know, right? And it's a reflection of how poor the parenting is, because why? They make these social media apps grow up the children, right? But jumping back to verse 3, it says, he that teaches his son grieveth the enemy, and before his friends he shall rejoice of him. And we see the enemy grieving here right now, right? So was he wrong for the things he said? No, he's right. He's right, right? So once again, I'm going to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rekakodash. We say double to apostle and elders of Grieveth and Ruah teachers of personal truth. And we say salutations, so they are committed to push with no truth and sincerity, day in and day out, and constantly in season and season. We say Shalom.